Got the Beat is SM Entertainment's latest supergroup consisting of some of K-pop's biggest stars. But who are they? Why does this female megagroup matter, and what does their latest comeback mean for K-pop? Annyeonghaseyo, friends, I'm Jonathan Miller, and welcome back to Jonathan Miller Music, where we help each other become better artists. SM Entertainment is one of what's known as the Big Three entertainment companies in K-pop, housing some of the industry's Titan-level performers and vocalists. Got the Beat, in which GOT is short for Girls on Top, a reference to a song by the same name of member Boa in 2005, is one of SM Family's special cross-group configurations. At SM Entertainment, not only are idols soloists or part of groups, but they also on occasion can join together in supergroups, taking the biggest star power and smashing them together for either a one-off thing or an official release like Got the Beat. The first of these SM supergroups goes back to SM The Ballad in 2010, comprised originally of members Junsu of TVXQ, Hyoyeon of Super Junior, and Jonghyun of SHINee. However, just before their debut single Miss You was set to drop, due to a lengthy legal battle, Junsu left SM Entertainment. After some rearranging, the official first lineup of SM The Ballad was Hyoyeon, Jonghyun, Jae Kim of EDM group Trax, and trainee at the time Jino, who would eventually go on to debut as a member of Pentagon for Cube Entertainment. The album focused on, as you might guess, ballads and slower songs to showcase the vocal power of its lineup, and did well, hitting #1 on the Circle chart. 4 years later, the lineup was changed to TVXQ's Changmin, Yesung of Super Junior, Taeyeon of Girls' Generation, FX's Crystal, soloist Zhang Lian, EXO's Chen, and Super Junior M's Zhomi, as well as original member Jonghyun. Released with songs in Korean, Mandarin Chinese, and Japanese, Breath was a bit more ambitious and sold over 60,000 copies. A testament to K-pop's growing popularity around the globe, all-male supergroup SuperM launched onto the scene in 2019, with their self-titled mini-album debuting at #1 on the Billboard 200, becoming the first Korean act to do so with a debut album. Focusing on high-octane performance-driven music and quickly being dubbed the Avengers of K-pop, SuperM consists of Taemin of SHINee, Baekhyun and Kai of EXO, Taeyong, Ten, Mark, and Lucas of NCT and its various subunits. SuperM and its Gens 2 and 3 boy group star power also came back with their full-length studio album Super One in 2020, which performed well on music charts too. They are also set to return in 2023 as of this recording. But SM Entertainment is not only home to male superstars, they also house some of the biggest female stars in music as well. Enter Got the Beat, who made their official debut at the beginning of 2022, which you can also make your music debut with DistroKid. DistroKid is one of the leading music distributors on the market, helping independent artists like you and me get our music up on streaming services. Want your music up on Spotify? This is the place that's going to help you make that happen. For a small yearly fee, you can distribute as much music as you want, whether that's a bunch of singles, EPs, or even full-length albums. DistroKid not only helps you get your music up on streaming services, but they also offer a wide variety of awesome features that help you promote and manage your music too, including their built-in fixer. Occasionally, Spotify makes mistakes when posting your music and your track winds up on someone else's page, or their music ends up on yours. With a name like Jonathan, this happens to me all the time, but it's very easy to resolve because DistroKid makes it easy. Simply choose the issue that's going on, tell them which store there's a bit of a mix-up on, tell them which release has been affected, and send them the link. If someone else's music wound up on your page, DistroKid provides easy access to each platform to help you get it removed. This is an unbelievably helpful tool and will help ensure your music is where it's supposed to be. Use my special VIP link to save yourself 7% on your first year's membership with DistroKid. Link is in the description. Who really is Got the Beat? This group is a lot more than just a female counterpart to SuperM, and when you know a little bit more about each of its members, it becomes really clear as to why. Boa is a soloist from Generation 1 of K-pop, debuting in the year 2000 with her song ID Peace Be. As I previously explained in my deep dive about her, Boa's success as an artist has deep economic and trade significance in South Korea. SM Entertainment was on the verge of bankruptcy due to the hole HOT had left them after disbanding. Following a multiple decade-long barrier and the 1997 Asian financial crisis, South Korea and Japan began opening trade more in goods and media. So at 13 years old, Boa became the first Korean artist to successfully break through in Japan, the world's second largest music market. She saved SM's butt and brought in a lot of revenue to the South Korean economy. Her 20-plus long year career is the reason K-pop artists now debut in Japan, and even today, many Japanese people consider her a bona fide J-pop artist as a term of endearment. She's one of K-pop's earliest acts to collaborate with Western artists. Her album Kiss My Lips is entirely self-written and self-composed. Only One, which is also written by Boa in Korean and Japanese, achieved an all-kill on multiple music charts when it dropped. She's coached, produced, emceed, and judged multiple other K-pop acts, starred in multiple films, and has been appropriately dubbed the Queen of K-pop for her contributions to the industry. She has since become a creative executive director of SM Entertainment, owning over 8,000 shares of the company, and become a huge inspiration to others. Hyoyeon is a member of Girls' Generation and actually was a background dancer for Boa during her Girls on Top era in 2005, and is a star in her own right too. In collaboration with Hyundai in 2012, she participated in another SM supergroup of sorts, Unique Unit, as its only female member. Known as one of K-pop's greatest dancers, during her time with Girls' Generation, she and the group achieved numerous accolades, became the first Korean group to perform on American late-night TV, dropped one of K-pop's most infamous and popular songs, G, the success of which helped catapult the Korean wave into a global audience long before Psy's Gangnam Style, and they did a lot more than that too. As a soloist, she's collaborated with numerous artists from Seoyeon, Jokwan, Amber, JYP, Blau, BB, and more. Hyoyeon has been several things since debuting, including more recently a successful DJ releasing music in both English and Korean. She also is a part of Girls' Generation subunit OGG and came up with the subunit name herself. Another person that Hyoyeon has infamously collaborated with is fellow Girls' Generation member Taeyeon. Taeyeon is one of the best-selling female soloists in all of K-pop, selling millions of physical and digital albums and even being named by BTS as the inspiration for their hit Boy in Love. In 2015, she was the most followed K-pop female celebrity on Instagram, and her 2022 #1 hit INVU achieved a perfect all-kill on multiple music charts, winning tons of awards and even appeared on many Best of 2022 music year-end lists. As the leader of one of the most popular second-generation girl groups, she has won numerous accolades, recorded music in Korean, English, and Japanese, participated in various original soundtracks, acted in TV and film, including the Korean versions of Despicable Me 1 and 2, and even done some theater work as well. While Girls' Generation still occupies 5 of the top 10 highest grossing female girl group tours of all time, Taeyeon's solo tours have also been very successful too. She's been a part of SM The Ballad, Girls' Generation subunits Taetiso and OGG, recorded music for SM Station, and done so much in her 15+ year career. Her voice is very well known and recognizable, much like fellow Got the Beat member Wendy. Wendy is from third-generation group Red Velvet, whose signature color is blue and is known for her impeccable voice. Red Velvet is one of the most popular girl groups in K-pop, whose concept flips generally between pop-oriented Red and sultry R&B-driven Velvet-type music. As of February 2020, they are the 5th most streamed K-pop artist worldwide on Spotify. They were the first K-pop group selected to perform in 16 years in North Korea during the historic peace talks between North and South Korea in 2018. In 2019, Red Velvet was crowned by Billboard as the best idol group alive and dubbed their signature hit Red Flavor as the second best K-pop song of the entire 2010s decade. The director of the Korean Foundation of International Cultural Exchange said that Red Velvet was a major contributor to promoting K-pop around the world. Wendy in particular is a highly sought-after vocalist, having collaborated with numerous artists like Eric Nam. Together, their single Spring Love sold over 800,000 downloads. She's also collaborated with John Legend, Taeyeon, and even Ricky Martin. Her solo debut, Like Water, hit #4 on the Circle chart in 2021. Wendy has won multiple awards for her radio DJ work, as she's been known as a great interviewer for her guests. Fellow Red Velvet and Got the Beat member Seulgi is also very well known for her work. Before even debuting, she was one of the first 3 members introduced as part of SM Rookies in 2013. Her pre-debut clip Dancing to Be Natural by SES, with eventual Red Velvet member Irene, garnered much attention for her skill level as a dancer, even going on to appear in multiple music videos from her label mates Henry, Yoonho, and more. Her debut solo mini album 28 Reasons sold over 184,000 copies in its first week, achieving the highest first week sales by an SM female solo act on Hanteo. Voted as one of the most popular idols by Gallup Korea for her fashion style, achievements, and talent, Seulgi is not only known for her dancing and vocal abilities, She's also adept in art and photography, even becoming an honorary ambassador for the 18th Bucheon International Fantastic Film Festival. She and Irene banded together for Red Velvet's first subunit in July of 2020 and dropped Monster. The mini album is certified platinum and is currently the best-selling girl group subunit album of all time, beating the record that Girls' Generation Taeyeon held with Twinkle for 8 years. The final two members of Got the Beat, Winter and Karina, come from fourth-generation girl group aespa. aespa, for only being around a short while at the time of this recording, has become a dominating force worldwide, with all of their current albums going #1. Their mini album Girls sold over 1.6 million units, becoming the highest pre-ordered album ever for a girl group in K-pop history. They became only the second K-pop girl group to ever perform at Coachella in the US. They were included on Time Magazine's Next Generation Leaders list. aespa has won several awards, including Artist of the Year at the Golden Disc Awards in 2022. Winter, in particular, is known not only for her similarities in looks to Taeyeon, but her strong vocal range and support, oftentimes handling the biggest and most belted notes. Karina is the leader of aespa and has starred as a dancer alongside Taemin and Kai in different projects. Winter and Karina, as part of aespa, have collaborated already with BoA and Red Velvet, multiplying their star power, making Got the Beat a lot more than just another girl group. There is a lot of history, power, talent, and strength across the 4 generations that make up Got the Beat, but why would SM do this? Beyond the obvious capitalism and monetary gain from hitting some of SM's biggest fan bases and their wallets, what are the other benefits from creating a female lineup of its superstars? First and foremost, Got the Beat fills an ever-growing need for female empowerment in the world of music, especially in K-pop. Secondly, and most uniquely, even in a way that SuperM can't 100% do, is that every fan who likes Got the Beat or likes a certain member of Got the Beat is valued no matter how old you are. In Korea, millennials and Gen Z are often grouped into what's known as Generation MZ, BoA being one of the oldest millennials at 36, and Winter being one of the youngest Gen Z members at 22. Everyone across that age range can come together and meet in the middle. All fans get to join forces not only in a badass way, but also in a way that kind of benefits everyone, with music and idols that people are already familiar with. Not only that, but the reintroduction aspect of this group cannot be ignored. When you get older, it can be hard to find music that you identify with, so older fans seeing BoA finally included in a group for the very first time brings them into the mix and acts as a gateway for them to find new music that they might enjoy from the younger generation. In the exact same way that Winter and Karina bring in the most current K-pop fans and introduces them to a K-pop legend that they might otherwise not give the time of day because they didn't grow up with her. K-pop has also massively exploded over the last 10 to 15 years, and fans of Hyoyeon, Taeyeon, Wendy, and Seulgi have seen that massive transition firsthand, being caught in the middle. These Gen 2 and 3 idols bring together fans in their late 20s or early 30s to meet up with both sides of the timeline. People often try to tell you that you eventually age out of the music industry, and SM's over here like, why? Why does that need to be a thing anymore? Why does that mentality exist when it's not necessary? Why come for one another when we could just join together and become badasses as one unit? The world's a lot more connected now. And while everyone's out there trying to fight across generational lines, saying who outsold who or who's relevant and who's not, what if we just didn't and made everyone relevant? Which I gotta say is quite refreshing. Got the Beat's sales records don't necessarily matter, but the bridging of the generational gap they represent does, and that's who Got the Beat really is, why SM makes these supergroups, and why Got the Beat is truly a significant entry in the K-pop world.